you just let go. You just let go of all of it, and you realize, like, okay, the biggest thing that I can do is be compassionate towards myself.
Everything just clicked. My education, why I couldn't shut off my head, my education, my the whole career, relationships, everything just now made sense of why it, you know, why it was the way it was.
Coming back to your questions, it was just weird. It was weird because like I knew that now that I knew so much about ADHD, I'm like, yeah, I probably have it. But there was still so much that I didn't know that it wasn't until now that I fully appreciated it.
So when I was younger, I was diagnosed at 12 with ADHD. At 15, I had a suicide attempt. Now, the suicide attempt led to the doctor saying she's bipolar and that needs addressing, which then led to a decade being on the wrong medication. The ADHD was never addressed.
I walked away from that chaos and was married and had all the circumstantial things that you might say is of an ordered life and back, I'm okay now, was where some of the bigger problems occurred because I was still undiagnosed and I was just told I was anxious. And then eventually I was given antidepressants, which spiked my serotonin, not my dopamine. And
she was like, oh, it's the latest bandwagon, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, just please look at this. So she did. We had an hour and a half assessment, and sort of by the end of it, she quite strongly felt that I probably got ADHD.
So she had autism and ADHD, and she had 3 neurodiverse children. And I will never ever forget the moments where she sat there and she said, so I don't want to sort of project myself onto you, but I feel it would be like I'm sat on something and I need to be transparent with you. Have you ever considered the fact that you could have ADHD?
Like I had no identity, like I had no place, like I had no, there was no understanding about my existence. I wanted to turn that into something that spoke not only for my benefit, but actually allowed other people's voices to come in as well, and other people's energies, other people's stories, other people's perspectives, other people's brilliance, but also other people's vulnerability.
I went into my psychiatrist with the intention of demonstrating to him why I've got ADHD. And I wrote it all on a piece of paper with 6 columns with all the 6 areas and an extra additional one underneath for bonus, all the other weird things about me that I have in common with people with ADHD, which also is a bit of an AuDHD thing, I think, because I'm so organized about it.